So for a lot of people, when they're going through a breakup, they feel like their ex is never coming back, like the chapter is closed, because their ex told them, look, we're better off without each other. I'm not in love with you anymore. I don't want to see you again. I need space. They feel like the door is shut and it's over. There's no possibility of their ex ever coming back. This is a painful process that you're going through. Your ex is gone. You're taking it day by day. This person was your everything. They added color and flavor to your life, and now they're gone. And because they're gone, this has shattered your reality. And you feel like you're broken. You feel like you're not only just brokenhearted, you feel like your spirit is broken. You're taking it day by day, moment to moment, breath by breath. You hate to go to sleep because you dream about them. You hate to wake up because it's another day that's going by that you're miserable without them. And every day that goes by, there's this bitter taste in your mouth because they no longer want you. The person that you love no longer loves you. And you have this fear that you're never going to see them again. And that fear that you have turns your life bleak, and it turns you hopeless.
But you know what? That's not a complete end to the story, guys. All right? So now the first sign that your ex will eventually come back is when she starts doing these random, pointless phone calls, no meaning behind it, just calling you for something like completely like off the noodle. Just so where was that place that we went to for your birthday 3 years ago? And what kind of beans were that you put in the chili on Halloween that one year? You know, just random questions like that, because they do that.
Were they Great Northern beans or were they chickpeas?
The red kidney. I mean, did you get those from Walmart or were they from Whole Foods?
Were they organic, non-GMO? Because y'all have that gluten allergy.
Funny thing about that is, I remember like way back in the days, I did that exact thing, and this is how I know it works so good, because there was a time when I broke up with this girl, and I felt like I was like missing out. I was like angry at the time. I regretted doing it, and so I didn't want to, like, you know, put my tail between my legs and be a little wet puppy dog and be like, baby, I'm sorry I broke up with you. I didn't mean to. I just, you know. And the thing is, women are going through the exact same thing. So they don't want to call you up and be like, oh, Murphy, I'm sorry I broke up with you. I didn't mean to. I really cared about you. I was just going through a lot. You know, that typically they won't do that. You know, women really don't apologize that much, okay?
Wait a minute.
I shouldn't have said
I'm
that.
not going to sit here and allow you to say that women never apologize.
I just let the bat out the cave, man. Whew. Women don't apologize. But check this out. So what they do is they do the same thing I did. They'll call the guy up, just like I called my ex up, saying some random question, that's something I didn't even care about, just to get the conversation going, hoping that we kind of build a bond during that conversation.
Your ex is putting feelers out there. She doesn't want to overtly come across and say, hey, I miss you. I want to see you again. I was a little hasty with breaking up with you. Can we go grab a drink and maybe talk about things? She's not going to put it all the way out. She's not going to go the whole yard. She'll come an inch and hopes that you take the reins and, you know, go the full yard. So she's not going to put it out there because they don't want to get rejected. Because on their end, they're dealing with the process of breaking up as well. They're going through the grieving process as well, which you might not think that they are, but they really are. They're hurt over it too. And the thing is, we may not see that because it's blindsided. It's like you get sucker punched from a breakup. It comes out of the blue. Like yesterday, we just had the greatest time at Cedar Point yesterday. Now so it comes out of nowhere. But the thing is, they were processing and mulling over the breakup and thinking about it and pondering weeks before, months before. So they've already decided in their head internally. Maybe they talked to their mom about it. Maybe they talked to their therapist about it. And then weeks later, they come to the breakup. So they've had a chance to process all of this before you did. And the thing is, it still may have been a hasty decision. But now they come back hat in hand, their ego's a little bit bruised, so they may not come out and overtly say like men do. Men, we're heavy-handed. You know, we don't like to really dance around the issue. Women, they'll kind of put out their feelers, so they don't want to be, faced with the rejection and the ego bruise of getting turned down if you say no. So they're not going to come out outright and say it, so it'll be a little bit obtuse, it'll become a little bit left field, but the fact that they're reaching out says a lot.
And just to kind of go off that, another sign that the ex might come back is when they start returning your stuff. Okay, it's been like, y'all been broken up for like 5 months, 9 months, whatever. And then all of a sudden she remembers, oh, he left his bar soap at my house. Oh, he left his hat. I have 2 of his hoodies. I don't know, girls always steal hoodies too, man.
They do, man. Hoodie bandits, that's what I call them.
I just
Hoodie bandits. I'm trademarking that. Hoodie bandits, man.
And they steal the good ones too. They don't want the cheap ones. They want the good ones too.
Oh my goodness, man. There's so many. I had a Flamingo FC track jacket that I bought in Rio de Janeiro a couple years ago. And I left it in her closet, and I always had it over there when I would watch sports or what I like to put on my little track jacket. And we broke up, and I was like, I can't go over there. I can't do it because I know what type of dynamic it's gonna be. So she's like, I can just bring it over. I'm like, no, you can't, because I just know what's gonna happen, and that's what they do. They use that as the guise of, hey, I just, gonna bring this by. I took it to the dry cleaner. That's one word somebody said. Like, I took it to the dry. It was so grimy, what did you do in this sweatshirt? I took it to a professional dry cleaner to get it done. But that's what they're gonna do. They want to use that as the impetus to come over and see you. And another sign that your ex will eventually come back is that they put themselves in your bubble. Your bubble is your social circle, the things that you do, your hobbies that you have, the environment that you're around. She knows that every Thursday you play poker with your friends, or you go to the cigar lounge, or you go rock climbing, or you go hiking at some park in your area, and she just happens to be at the park trail. She's never hiked a day in her life. Now she has all of the whole get up. She's got hiking shoes and leggings and all this other stuff, sports bra, and she just happens to run into you at the hiking trail. And you're like, wait a minute, come on. I try to get you to come out with me a million times, and you never gone, and now you're here just by happenstance, just coincidentally you're here. I know why you're here, but she's not gonna say that like, oh, I just thought about, I hopped on YouTube and I was on a Reddit subforum and I read about hiking. I just wanted to, just really get the benefits of it. I want to get in shape and get back into nature from being quarantined. And I want to see you, but she's not gonna tell you that.
But that happens more often than you think. Like even to this day, I would have like a girl like randomly go up to the gym that I go to, even though she lives like 40 minutes down the block. Like she knows I go to the gym at least like 3 times a week, usually like in the early morning or late in the evening. So I would say at least, man, it's at the point where it was like once every 2 weeks I would bump into her.
Oh, wow. Once every 2 weeks?
Once every 2 weeks.
Wow,
at least once every 2 weeks, yeah. And she's always the one approaching me, asking me, hey, how you doing? What's up? This and that. Yeah, you looking fit. Just random, just dumb stuff. Knowing damn good and well, I don't even care about it. I don't even want to talk to her. It's just kind of like, she wants to put herself in my bubble. And that's the type of stuff that women do when they want to get back with you, when they start missing you, is they'll put themselves in your bubble. They know your routine, because obviously y'all been together for so long. She knows what you like, where you go, where you get your hair cut at. Yeah. Somehow, some way, she will find herself in your bubble.
And I know the things that are happening right now, so it may be a little bit difficult for a lot of people to get out, but they may do it digitally as well. I remember, I can speak to this on my own personal experience. I was doing fantasy football for the first time in my life a couple years ago, and she joined the fantasy football. I have no idea how she even found out. I think she probably contacted my brother or something like that, and so she joined the fantasy football league just because I was in it. I'm like,
she ain't no single player, but she joined.
Didn't know who was who. Like, could I draft Joe Montana? I'm like, Joe Montana's been retired for about 20 years. But when they want to be in your orbit, they will. So if you've seen something like that, because this stuff is gonna happen. So leave a comment below about what your ex has done to be in your orbit, be in your bubble, to try to get back into be seen by you, to grab your attention. And stay tuned for the end of the video. We have a bonus sign. Can we give him a bonus sign?
We'll give him a bonus.
Let's give him a bonus sign. Stay tuned to the end of the video. We'll give you a bonus sign that your ex may eventually come back.
All right, so another sign that your ex might eventually come back is the social media, okay?
It's huge, man.
Now, we say all the time, it's just one big mind fuzz, man. All it does is just fuzz your mind up, you ain't thinking clear when you start getting on social media, okay? So take this lightly. But what she will be doing is she'll be stalking you, man. She'll go back to stalking you. Usually when the breakup first occurs, she's stalking you. Maybe over time, she may kind of like, fade away a little bit. She's with her new guy, the honeymoon phase, everything's good, but when it starts falling apart, she starts missing you, bam, she's gonna jump right on her Instagram, right on her Facebook, swiping all through your posts, seeing who's liking your stuff, what kind of comments you're responding back to, and what girls are saying this and that. Oh, Murphy, you look so much healthier and like you're muscular than what you used to be. Oh, you're fine, stuff like that. She's gonna even stalk the girls that are commenting on your post.
Yep.
All the girls that are giving you compliments, she's gonna start stalking all of them. So be prepared for that.
They might even create a fake profile on Instagram. We had a client that his ex created a dog profile on Instagram as their, they had a dog together. She created a profile all out of his dog to try to, to DM him and to talk to him, and he just couldn't do nothing but laugh at it because of how ridiculous it was. And she would message him acting like the dog. I was like, are you serious? I love this. Those are the lengths that they'll go to try to contact you, because all of these signs, they're peripheral. They're not overt. They're very subtle because they don't want to put themselves out there totally on the line, because they know, look, you're going through a breakup. They know that they hurt you, and they hurt too. It was a decision that they had to make. It was a huge decision for them to leave you, but they felt that it was the best thing to do. So they're still hurting though. Not as much as you are, but they're still hurting. And it's still a tumultuous thing that they have to go through. So they don't want to come back all the way. They still want to, dance around it. So, but social media is definitely a way to do it. So we always say when your ex reaches out to you by DM or by responding to your stories, looking at your stories, or liking a post, or leaving a comment, most people say, well, what do I do in that situation? They hit me up. Should I respond? No. What do we tell them?
Let them call you. They'll reach out to you. If they want to talk to you, they'll call you. Okay? They're doing like when you just hit that little like button, it's it's kind of like poking at the dragon, trying to get you to respond to them so they can say that you made the first move to talk to them. All right, but that's not what you want to happen, because once you do that, it's almost like you're the one breaking no contact and you're the one going back to her when she should be coming back to you.
That's a fact.
Okay? Now, if you start going after her and you start chasing her, it's just gonna make her back away. So she's the one that messed up breaking up with you. You're the one that has a better life now. Let her come to you. Let her, she has to earn her way back in your better life, okay? Now that you're a better guy than what you were, she's gonna miss out. She's missing out on that. So now let her come to you.
So the bonus reason that your ex will eventually come back is that your communication that you have with her will start to gradually increase and get lengthier. So maybe in the beginning she wasn't returning your calls or your texts, and now she's starting to like a couple comments on, or like a couple of posts on Instagram. She's maybe DMing you, she's making comments, and then it graduates to text messages, and she responds, and it's one word response previously, and now it's a couple sentences. Now she calls you back or makes calls out to you, and she's sending essays now. It's starting to get a lot more weight to it, and she's a lot more responsive.
It went from being yes, no, K to the whole paragraph.
Right.
I mean, thumbs off, burning, right. Typing the screen, and
she got calluses on her thumbs now because she can't wait to text message you and text you back now. You guys maybe seen this meme that she maybe had reached out to you before that says, hey, H-E-Y. And then now, being that her attraction is starting to rise for you, it's H-E-Y-Y-Y-Y-Y-Y-Y. Mm-hmm. If you look at the amount of Y's that a woman is texting you, that says a lot.
That's crazy too. It's so crazy.
It's so accurate, man.
the more Y's, the better. It's crazy. Yeah, I don't know what it is about the hey, but once you put those extra Y's on there, that means it's a lot more interesting opposed to just H-E-Y. It's just. I know it sounds silly, but it's just something I've noticed with the women that I talk to.
And that's something to definitely look out for, because a lot of guys mess that up, and they either don't think it's real interest, or they think it's interest, but they really go overboard. So a lot of guys mess that up. So there's something that we dive deeper into, video to the left. So go ahead and click on that. We go a little bit more in depth on that topic about what your ex is experiencing and how to navigate that. So go ahead and click that. We'll see you on the flip side.
Peace.